In this video, we will see how we can able to understand the different type of documents that enable us to know the capability of the IEC 650 devices, also the 650 engineering tools like IED configuration tools and the system configuration tools. So in order to explore these different options, we need to connect our PC to the internet, and you can able to use any one of the web browser, and I will provide you all the links I will use now in my video in the description. You can able to get it later on. I will start from ABB, which is very simple. So I can able to go to the ABB library. So there are different documents like PICS, MIX, PIXIT, TICS and SICS documents. Each document has different information which is really required when we are working with IEC 650 based substation. And let me start with PICS document. Let's start with Reliant 670 IED. So PICS stands for Protocol Implementation Conformance Statement. So once you start searching, you can able to find the document here in the down. So here we go. I could able to see the PICS document for the latest version. So I can able to also precisely mention the specific version that you have in your project. So in this case, I will directly mention the Reliant 670-225, which is currently the latest version for the Reliant 670 series, and you can able to see the PICS document for both edition 1 and edition 2 implementation. So let's go for the maximum capability. So I will just open this document. And what are the informations are included in this particular document? So the PICS document, which is a protocol implementation conformance statement, enable us to know what are the different type of services that has been enabled or supported by this particular IED series. So I will just maximize the screen. So here you can able to see the implemented ASCII services, which is abstract communication service interface, the different services like client server, and the publisher subscriber, and for goose and sample value. So let's start from the MMS protocol. That's a client server, and that's this particular IED model. You can able to go to the top, and you can also understand this particular document is applicable for all different type of IEDs for Reliant 670. Start from bus bar, bay control unit, line differential protection, and the generator protection, and the line protection and line distance, and railway application, also synchrophaser, and the transformer protection. And it's also applicable for 650 series as well, and we can able to understand the down. And it's also same for SAM 600 IO, which is a switchgear control unit. So here you can able to understand this particular IED type, the 670 series, have the support of server capability. That means it has a support of MMS server, and it doesn't support the client capability. So there is a dedicated client application from Hitachi side, which is a micro SCADA 650 client, which we can able to use it when we are working with such an environment. There are so many different third-party clients also available in the market. And next is, let's go to the other communication protocols, such as 9-2, which is a sample value service. So 9-2 is supported as a client. Also, we can able to see here goose subscription and publishing capability also supported here. That means this particular IED model can able to be used as a goose publisher and the goose subscriber, and you can also able to get more information related to the sample value model. So we can able to use the 670 series IEDs to to subscribe the sample value. And in order to publish, there is a dedicated IED model, which is a SAM600 merging unit, the MU. We can also able to see such information in the library as well. So here we can able to understand the different protocols. Generally, in 650 environment, we use 3 different protocol or the communication services to perform the data exchange within the system. So those are the MMS, the client server, and this particular device supports the server capability, and it also supports the Goose publisher and the subscriber service, and then it also supports the sample value subscription. So when there is a not applicable, that means no support for publishing the sample value. There is a dedicated ID which can be used for publishing the sample value at the process bus level. And to get extra informations related to the implemented services, you can able to get top level information about logical device support. So basically the data model support is completely available, and how detailed it is supported, that we can able to understand for the different type of implemented services on the top level. And the logging information services are supported, and then file transfer over MMS and the Goose communication service also fully supported, that we can able to see. And the time server capability, it can also able to synchronize to many different time sources, and it can also able to be used as a time server when there is a requirement in some of the setup. And some of the detailed information you can able to explore related to the implemented services on the top level in this PICS document. So the PICS enable us to know the implemented protocol communication services. Let's come back here in the library and open another manual that's about PICSIT. So I will just give an overview here about the different type of documents and the information available in the different type of document. Later on, we can able to go to the different manufacturer website, and we can able to get it, so that we don't spend too much time on the other manuals. So here we can able to see the other type of manual, that's PICSIT, that talk about the protocol implementation, extra information that is really required for testing purpose. When we are working with the Reliance 670 IEDs, 650 IEDs, or SAM600 IO, we can able to use this information to know the capabilities for the implemented services. So we know from the PICS manual, the IED supports MMS server capability and Goose publisher, Goose subscription, and also we can able to know the IED also support the sample value subscription. And we can able to know the implemented services, the extra information. In order to associate the MMS server, the client need to know the model. So we can able to go from the association model, and we can able to understand the profiles, the application profile and transfer profile, parameter details, and how many number of clients can able to occupy the MMS server simultaneously. So maximum 8 clients is supported, and you can also get extra information like the maximum protocol data and its size for the MMS. Then we can able to also understand more information about the MMS server capability for the functional constraint, which is very important when there is a server need to send the data to the MMS client. Mostly we used to take the functional constraint from the measurement values, that's MX, and what are the different quality data attributes in detail supported for this particular ID model. For example, the state value, the status, and then what are the different quality details we can able to understand from this level. And then the different type of mode that are supported by the IED. So there are 5 different type of modes: on, test block, and block, also the off mode, and where exactly we can able to control the 650 IED or change the mode of the ID from the client. The directory of the MMS server is available here. You can able to also see. Then there are some additional information in order to change the mode. You can also see there is a separate setting which need to be enabled from the PCM 600 ID configuration tool, so that we can able to control the mode very well. And coming down, the dataset is one of the important element when we are having the 650 server capability. So we need to create the static dataset for this particular ID, and how many number of a data attribute within the dataset that we can able to create and that we can able to see here. And more information, you can also able to check the ICD file. So there is a survey section under the IED section where you can able to see the implemented or capability of the specific ID model. And coming down, you can able to see substitution support for this particular ID, and the setting group control is supported. I can able to change the setting group from the 620 client ID and how many number of setting groups supported, and the reporting model. So this is also one of the important point. What are the different type of trigger options supported? So the ID is to send the report based on the trigger option that we enable for the different type of report control blocks. So ID support both buffered and unbuffered, and all different type of trigger options are supported, like integrity, data change, quality change, data update, and the general integration. And you can also able to get more information about the Goose implementation related to publishing capability and subscription capability. And when it comes to publish, what are the different common data classes are supported for publishing the Goose message from the 670, 650, and SAM600 IO model IDs. And coming to subscription, what are the points or the Goose control block parameters are checked, and this we can able to get able from this level. And coming down, we can able to see the performance in order to maintain the Goose performance in the higher level in our project. What's the maximum number of recommended data attribute within one single data set of Goose can be configured, and the performance is analyzed, and we can able to also see the performance of the tested information. And the control model, so what are the different type of control models supported by this particular ID, and you can also able to see the supported control model, the select before operate, enhance security, and then the direct operate normal security is supported at the moment. And you can able to also see the different type of additional costs which is really required when there is a command issue, when we send the command to the 620 server, and whether the ID can able to send the proper additional costs for diagnostic information to know what's the problem from the selected or executed control command, or the response for the control command when we change the data from the client side. And there are more information related to time synchronization and how the ID behave for the time synchronization model for the implemented services. So basically the PICSIT enable us to know the implemented communication services more in detail related to the capability, more or less we can say that way. And let's go for another manual, which is MIX. Okay, I think MIX is already available here. Could be able to see. Okay, open edition 1, but that's fine completely. So it's very simple. The model implementation conformance statement, that's a MIX document. It has the functions, and those are the logical nodes that are available in the different type of IEDs, the function blocks in this case, and in other products, basically those are the function points or functions, so represented as a logical node in the 650 term So it has the logical node, data object, and the data attribute, and the property of the data attribute. Basically, the explanation for the implemented function and the description. This information we can also able to get in the XML file from the ICD. So the description come from the SCL file, and some of the description not clear sometimes. So in that case, you can able to refer the model implementation conformance statement. There you can able to see the signal in detail. So the attribute or the particular parameter functionality in order to map the right data attribute to the different services like RCB, GCB requirement. So this is like a signal list for the 650 IED. Generally, the 650 IED is a self-description. You can able to understand on the top level from the SCL file, but in case if you need more information, you can always refer the mix manual for the specific IED model. So we know now the PICSIT, TICS and mix, and there is another document that's a TICS document, technical issue conformance statement, that has the information about the problem identified later, the publishing of 650 standard, and how good this particular ID model having the support of the problem that has been fixed in this particular version. So there are some of the problem identified, the technical issues from the standard post release published publicly. So in that case, you can able to see whether particular IED has a fix for those identified technical issue, and that we can able to understand, so that we don't spend too much time by troubleshooting the IED why it's not working. So you can able to always refer the text document whether this particular IED has a fix for the particular technical issue which has been identified and reported in the 650 standard. And then let's come to the library. The last document, that's about the SICS document is a SCL. Okay, so there is no SICS document for the specific ID. SICS is SCL conformance SCL implementation conformance statement. So this is for the IED configuration tool and the system configuration tool. So in this case, let's go for PCM 600. So the SICS document for the PCM 600 has the information about the supported or the mandatory and optional parameter for the different type of SCL files. So you can able to see what are the different type of SCL files are supported and the tool functionality. More in detail, you can able to get the mandatory information and condition information separately in the UCA web page. Let's come back here. This is for the ID configuration tools. Next, we'll go for the IT 600 SICS document. This is a system configuration tool, SCL implementation conformance statement. Why it is important? Sometime when we use the ID configuration tool or system configuration tool, we also need to know whether the configuration tool has a capability that we are really looking for. Otherwise, we will be exploring the different menus and options, and why it is not able to export certain file formats, and why the mandatory information or the optional informations are not available in that particular ID configuration tool or system configuration tool. So here you can able to see the supported information about the different SCL file and the data flow engineering for the RCB, GCB, and SVCB communication, and you can able to see more in detail about the different type of file export import options. So this is about the SICS document about ID configuration tool and system configuration tool. Let's go back. You can able to save all these different type of documents in a PDF file format for ABB make. So I have shown you the high voltage protection control ID part. You can able to explore a similar way for medium voltage as well. For example, we have a relay on the 615, for example. If you need a PICS document for medium voltage protection control and automation IDs, you can able to just search from the library. You can able to get the PICS document for the medium voltage product as well. And for example, the 9 industrial IT edition implementation capability that you can able to understand from this level. You can able to search from here for medium voltage protection ID. You can also explore the category and under the ABB products, and it is well categorized, the medium voltage products and digital substation products. There you can able to see the, for example, the feeder protection and control, where we can able to see the REF 615 IEC, and there you go, the different type of documents. You can able to see the PICS, and many other document like mix, and they can able to see for a specific ID. Let's go to a different type of IEDs now. So we covered the ABB and Hitachi make IEDs. Let's go to the Siemens ID next. For example, I'll go to the Siemens support portal. So where we can able to, you need to have the access, so you can able to register for it. It's very easy, and then once you register, you can able to search from this level, like for example, CPROTEC 5 PICS document. You can able to just straight away search from the search, and there you can able to find the CPROTEC 5 model PICS document. So you can able to directly download from this level, and you can able to just open and explore. So for Siemens CPROTEC 5 model ID, it's a one document, and you will have all different type of information that we have seen for the other IDs, like the PICS, TICS, everything is in a single document, and you can able to explore the implemented services, and that includes the complete information. There you can able to see the mix PICS and the functions and the explanation for the different information, and the implemented services like the GOES, publishing capability and subscription, sample value, publishing capability and subscription, also the client server support. Next we'll go to GE. So you can go to the publication library. From the GE Grid Solution library, we can able to log in. So there we can able to go to the protection relay, for example, in this case, and let's choose transformer protection ID. So we know that MyCom also is one of the ID part of GE, and let's explore for P642, 643, 645 model. So I can able to choose the support documents for specific model ID from GE. It may be MyCom or GE multi-link relay. You can able to select from this level, and there you can able to see the different type of 670 document for the supporting document. And here you can able to see the mix PICS text document that you can able to download and explore, like I shown you before. And come back here in case if you need for multi-link make, you can able to just go to the T60. In similar fashion, you can able to find the documents at this level. There is a communication manual for multi-link, and in that manual you can able to see all this information. So there is a communication manual that you can able to see in this level. There you can able to get the information here. Next we'll go to the Schneider make IDs. You can go to the My Schneider. It's like a customer portal where you can able to just go and explore the different type of documents, IEDs available, and then once you log in, or normally without login also, you can able to just go to the menu, go to the products, and go to the download center. There we can able to just search the document that you really need it. For example, P141 feeder protection control ID, PICSIT, and there you can able to search, and you'll be able to reach the P141X, because P141, 142, there are so many different models depending on the application that you have. And here you can able to download the different type of PICS, mix and TICS document for a specific ID, and it also has edition 1 and edition 2 separate documents, and you can able to download and explore. So let's go to another ID make, SCL. For SCL, you can able to download from the web page, but you can also download from the SCL Compass. It's a update tool which is very well managed, and you can able to get all the updates relevant to the ID configuration tool for SCL IDs from the SCL Compass tool. So you can able to even search from this level, like the PIXIT manual for example the 715 model ID, and you can able to search and get it. But to get the right way of document for SCL relay, I recommend to open the SCL Compass. It's like an update manager. You can able to imagine if you are familiar with ABB-ID, and you can able to start updates, and there you can able to check for the latest updates in case if you are already having certain drivers install ICD files, there is any update, or the tools that you install, it will also provide you a latest version of information if there is any new updates available online. So in our case, we wanted to know the protocol implementation service relevant to 650. Then we can go to the literature section. Under the literature section, we can able to select the certificates, and there we can able to see the conformance certificate for the different products. So here we can able to see the mixed document, and then the PIXIT document. So you can able to download the latest version. You can also see the version history, then the date, everything is clear here. For the GMake relays, I didn't show before, so we will also explore the GMake relays. We'll again go to the T60, for example, the transformer protection control ID, and there you go. Sorry, I selected. So we'll go to the support documents. Basically, it will comes under the manual category. There you can also reach in the same web page. You can able to also reach the manual specification support document from the resource level in the left side. So in case if you have the latest version of G multi-lane relay, then you can able to open the communication guide 8.3, for example, the latest version, the 2022, and you can able to see it will be downloaded, and there you can able to open the document. In the left side, you can able to just expand the edition 2. There you can able to see the PICS, and then the mix 6 document, also PIXIT and TICS document, the different type of documents in the same manual for edition 2 and edition 1 as well. So in case if you need more information related to different products, you can also mention in the comment section. We will try to find out and then provide you in the comment section in the description later on. Thank you. Take care. Bye.